All right, so yeah, it's a little separate video. Something interesting I'm building this program, writing for myself and my Patreons. Um, if you can find an indicator or build your own or whatever that can pretty much tell you, when are good and bad times essentially to get out of the market, then the next part is trading that, right? Like, how do I trade that? What do I do to capitalize on this information? Because number one, I'm human and I have to sleep, right? So if that's the case and something's happening in the middle of the night, how do you capitalize on that? You can't unless you have a tool that does it for you. So again, having an indicator is part of it. Having that indicator feed something else that can do automatic trades for you is another thing. And that is what I'm building. TradingView website, tradingview.com. I have a regular pro account. There's like a pro plus, and then there's premium. It's a few $100s a year for the premium. Not that that's a big deal if you're real serious about this kind of stuff. But you can go in and set alerts within the system. I'm going to show you a couple things. So just for example, I'm on Bitcoin. I'm on the 2-hour. I've got an indicator that I had up here that's hidden right now that I'm not going to be using it. This other one that I got my hands on, and I've edited it and added a few things, some alert capabilities, so that when these lines cross, you have a green dot, a red dot, green dot, red dot. It's simply get in, get out, get in, get out, get in, get out, get in. That's essentially what this thing tells us. And this could happen all night long. So you would go over here to your alerts and do a new alert. It's on Bitcoin, so I'm going to select my JSNP for Elite indicator, and I have two choices: get into Bitcoin or get out of Bitcoin that I've created. So I'll say get into Bitcoin once per bar, meaning bar, if I'm on the 2-hour window, then each bar that's painted is 2 hours apart, So I only need it to tell me once per bar, I guess. Although from the indicators I'm looking at, I don't see it, I don't know that I've ever seen it tell you to get in and get out during the same bar. It's like it's either get in or get out. So anyways, I would click open-ended, but you gotta have premium service here for that, so that this rule or alert stays forever. I could do send email, show pop-up, and webhook. Now if I do webhook, I can put in a web address, which I've already created on one of my websites. That's not public. Google can't find it. Nobody can accidentally click on it. But when that script runs, it runs because this alert told it to run. And this alert is only one alert. So as you can see, the message is get into Bitcoin. So when this alert triggers, it'll go to a special web address that I have, web page that says get into Bitcoin. All the people running my program who scan that web page basically, maybe every 30 seconds or whatever I have it set to, will see, oh, time to get in. Their program will then do an automatic buy order at that. As soon as it sees that it triggered, okay, buy order within 30 seconds, I should say. And then I would create another one just like this, and it alert, and it would be get out of Bitcoin. And then my message is get out of Bitcoin or whatever. However, I'm sending this get out of Bitcoin to another special web URL, which is not the same as the first URL. The first one is only for buy Bitcoin. The second web page is for get out of Bitcoin. Those two pages, the buy and sell pages, actually update another file and on that website, and that's the file or web page that every one of my people that are using the software is going to actually look at. So that's the page that gets updated with what the other two web pages tell it, either buy or sell. So there's a few things, kinks to work out, like, if someone turned on the program but it already triggered, I'm on the 2-hour, we're looking at the 2-hour, it's already triggered 2 hours ago, or almost 2 hours ago. They just turned the computer on. Should they actually go and buy right now? What's the market doing over the last hour and a half? I don't know that I'd want to have it automatically just do that. What I would do is have like a start button. You know, it's running now. So before you click start, you're going to want to go check, which I'd have instructions on here. Click start. Are you sure you want to do this right now? Did you go and look at the charts right now and look at, you know, blah, 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 and make sure this is a good time to get in, whatever. So that way, the last update is a buy order. Let's make sure that the market was down when they wanted to buy. Like, it's not already skyrocketing an hour later and now you want to buy. You know, so I have a few things to work out to try to figure out when they can actually follow, when they should follow the indicator. And I feel like when they first open the program, the best thing honestly to do is whatever's on the page, don't do it. Wait for the next update. So if it's a buy order that's already been triggered and you're in there, you open the program up, you don't have any orders. Well, you're not going to buy because, again, wait for the next update. The next update is going to be a sell at some point. So the sell order comes in. Well, you don't have anything to sell. You don't have any orders. So it's not going to actually sell. But the next time it triggers, it'll buy. So you got to have an order for this thing to actually work with. Now, if you already had an order in there that was waiting to get filled, as in you have a sell order, well, that's the thing. When this thing triggers, it is instant. So it's going to be like basically a market order. It's not going to do, I mean, I could make it do limit orders, but I don't think we want that. We want to just get this thing triggered, get in and get out. So we're going to do market orders essentially. So yeah, so you're not going to have an order sitting there, even if like your computer crashed or you had to reboot it and the program didn't come back up and you didn't start my little bot program. You're not going to have any orders sitting there waiting to get filled. When it's a market order, it's going to fill. So I just have to figure out when it comes online. You got to have a buy order in order to do a sell order, right? So you can't sell. If the next item to do is sell, you can't sell if you don't have a buy order in already. So anyways, these are technical things that I've got to work on myself to figure out what's the best scenario for that. But what if they do this? What if that happened? You know, and I'm going to have to work through this. The good thing is they have a sandbox, fake orders, fake program, fake everything. Not program, but fake Coinbase. And this ties into Coinbase Pro, by the way. So I've been playing with creating an API key within Coinbase, which everybody can do, inserting that into my program for me to test with. And I've successfully canceled orders, I've placed orders, I've sold orders, and they all work perfectly. As soon as I send that command, boom, done. Like instant. So I created the website script now that I can manually put into my web browser, and it will trigger, oh, it changed this thing to buy, the web page to buy now. Oh, the other one, it triggered it to now sell now. So I'm refreshing the page and seeing that works. So I also have, again, this software right here, this alert. All I gotta do is punch in my web address now for this alert, and then the buy alert, and then the sell alert, punch in the other web address, and then those two will be triggering and changing what's on that, essentially that web page. And then my program, again, refreshes that web page internally without anyone seeing what it's doing, just does it behind the scenes within the program, and gets the data. It's an XLM file that it updates. So either we're buying or we're selling. The good news is I can't make a mistake right now because I'm in sandbox mode. So I've got some beta testers and whatnot that I think I'm going to also have them create fake API, you know, the sandbox APIs for themselves. And then I'm going to get some of the people who decide they want to beta test this, let it go. But again, keep in mind, it's not going to be real. The other interesting thing is on the fake sandbox site, it's not tracking the real site. Like right now, Bitcoin, like the prices are different from the real life to what's in there. So at some point, we're going to have to test the real market. Like, guys, put in, you know, $50. We're going to set, and I'll be setting it to where you can only trade X number of Bitcoin, not dollar amounts. So I also told everyone, I said, you know, just to be fair, let's say we got, you know, a few hundred people that decide to do this on my Patreon. And what if 2 or 3 of them are whales and none of us know it? And this thing is open-ended trades, and they're in there, you know, moving 100, 200 Bitcoin at a time in one trade. That's going to affect the market. And we can't have that. So I thought I'm going to program this thing, at least to start with, to do small amounts. Like the maximum you could play with is 1 Bitcoin. That's what I feel is the max I'd let someone play with. But even before that, I thought maybe half a Bitcoin. So you could pick increments, 0.05 of a Bitcoin, 0.1 or tenth of a Bitcoin, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, or half a Bitcoin. And it's only going to be market buys and sells anyway. So my program's going to, when it triggers the buy, you're buying whatever you have the little drop down box set to. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, or even 0.05. In other words, half of 1/10. In case you just don't want to spend that much money of even a tenth of a Bitcoin. Because at $10,000 for Bitcoin, a tenth is $1,000. You may not want to be screwing out with $1,000. Oh man, you drove your program sold when it shouldn't have. Sorry, right? You know what I mean? So I'm going to tweak that to begin with, and I'll probably leave it even less than a tenth. 0.05, 0.0432, so go down even more increments. Okay, I only want to play with $100, Joe, or $50. Okay, assuming Bitcoin's worth $10 or $10,000. So I'll have that in a drop down. You're not gonna be able to bypass it. So if you want this thing to manually trade for you, you're gonna have to pick one of the selections. And I don't want to get crazy and let people bet huge amounts of Bitcoin, both for affecting the market and affecting your sanity and my sanity. Oh my God, Joe, I bet 3 Bitcoin and I'm pretty sure your program, man, it wasn't supposed to sell and somehow it sold or bought at the top and it wasn't supposed. I don't want that happening. If that happens and you only got $50 or $100 worth of Bitcoin, and hey, if you're certain, let me look at this program. Let me see if I can debug this thing and find out what the hell happened. It's not quite as painful, is it? You lost $100 versus losing, and I say losing, you wouldn't lose it, but taking a beating on maybe a trade, basically, on $20,000 worth of something. That's not going to be fun, is it? And again, I don't think you'd lose at all. It'd just be like you got in when you shouldn't have, or you got out when you shouldn't have. Again, this would be something that I have to program, but it's relatively simple. The indicator triggers. If your program's running on your desktop, it's going to do what it says. If it tells the thing, do a sell order, but you don't even have a buy order already in because you just turned the program on for the morning or whatever, decided to run it, you have to now wait for the next buy order to come in, a buy signal to come in. Then it'll flow and keep going. Buy, sell, buy, sell. But if you turn it on, you have no orders, obviously. The first thing that has to happen is you have to buy. So you have to wait for the program in the background to see a buy signal before it really starts trading for you. But again, if you turned it on, a buy was already issued, you need to wait for the sell now. It triggers sell, well, you don't have any. Because, again, you just turned the program on. The program's going to know, well, you don't have any orders. I know I got issued a sell order, but I can't sell because I don't have anything to sell. So, blah, blah, blah. Keep in mind, though, if anyone does this, I wouldn't have other trades happening on Coinbase Pro. Like, if you're going to use my trading bot, and I'm talking mostly to Patreons because that's who I'm going to give this to, you're going to not want any trades happening on Coinbase Pro. Sure, you could go to the regular Coinbase site and buy a Bitcoin or something, but on the Pro site, you don't want to be messing with other trades and things because you want this thing to be able to use what you have there. So you're going to send some Bitcoin over to your Coinbase, and let's say you're going to send 0.1 Bitcoin over there, but you want to play with a lot less than that. You want to play with a tenth of that 0.1. So you're going to play with 0.01 or 0.02 or 0.03 of that 0.1 you put over there. Yes, you can set the program. I only want to play with 0.2 or 0.02, excuse me. And I'm off. Let it do the trades. And it will do the trades. So anyways, I'm working on this. I got some things to figure out, some logic to think about. But if this indicator, that's one at the bottom of my screen, the JSNIP for Elite, can prove that, well, yeah, it got some wrong. Again, it's just indicators and there's all kinds of stuff involved. Like, no one's going to be perfect. But if it can, all we want to see is on the 30-minute, the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 3 hour, the 4 hour, even the daily, whatever because that's going to be another drop down you can select. Which one do you want to play? You want to play the hourly, the 2 hour, the 3 hour, the daily? What do you want to play? And it will run for you. Now, again, on the daily, it's going to be some slow trades happening. You're not going to have very many trades. But, and to give you an example, on the daily, you can see, let's just go back to August. I mean, it's not the end of August. So here's August 1st. The day before, July 31st, it had a buy order. This would have been triggering a buy order. And that's right here. So somewhere when, and again, I don't know if this triggered just slightly before this candle was printing or right when it triggered, you know, like, so somewhere in here, 9,600, 9,800, let's just say that's when this happened. Up, a buy order came in. Go for it. You just bought some Bitcoin at 9,800 or 5 or 6 or 7, whatever it's at. We got a sell order right here at 11,400 something. That's a damn nice trade. But keep going. We have a buy right here, and then just about the next trigger, the next day, we have a sell. So we have a buy at 10,800, and then we have a sell at 10,007. Down to 2. Again, somewhere in here it triggered the sell. I think from what I've seen so far, it triggers a little earlier, which is good. But I got to do some testing. And so we're out of the market. Now right here, we're back in the market on August 26th. And then the next day, get back out of the market. So you might argue nothing really happened here. You broke even or lost a tiny bit because of the tiny little exchange fee, 0.25% exchange fee, whatever, which is peanuts if you're betting, you know, $100, $50. So get in, get out, and now it's saying stay out. Stay out, which is great because what was the price? 10,200, 300, whatever. Dropped this huge red candle yesterday down to 95, 9,400. Today it continues 9,600 down to, we touched 93, I think, 93.40. And it's still saying right down here, hey, nope, stay out. So if someone was playing with my indicator thing, my trading bot, on the daily, it would be saying nothing. Stay out. We gave the last order to you was to stay out. And that's it. So it's just waiting until it says, okay, get back in. So tomorrow morning, it may say get back in. Or whenever this triggers, technically, midnight or whatever. Oh, it's painted. Yes, we've crossed. Back up. Time to get back in. The bot does it all automatically. On the shorter time frames, for example, even a 30 minute. You've got, let's just say on this one, you've got 10,100, get in. 10,250 or so, get out. Now this is nice because this definitely triggered before this big candle. So it was telling you to get in and get out. Maybe you didn't really make much money at all, but at least it got you out of the market in anticipation basically of this damn huge red candle, which is great. That's what we want. Get me out of the market beforehand, right? And then we went down. So we had, interesting, watch this. Get in, get out. Same price, basically. Get in, get out. Hour and a half later or so. Another one. Get in, right here. Next one, right next to it, get out. Basically the same price, get out. Nothing. So you've done, this thing has done 4 trades. Get in, get out. Get in, get out. With nothing happening. Basically, you're not making any money. Yes, you're paying the little tiny fee for the exchange to do the trades. But again, last thing was get out, and we're at 96 something, right? $9,600 Bitcoin, get out. We have another get in, get out. Although this get in looks at about almost 9,600, 95 something. Get out in the 95 something. And you lost a little bit here. Now we have a get in at around 93, 9,400, 9,400. Stay in, stay in, stay in. We had this nice little wick up, but not before getting out. So get out at 9,400. Get in right around the same price, 93 to 94, whatever. So we had another get in, get out. And now we have a get in right here. And that was, that's today. 93.99 is the low, and it was saying get in right around there. We're currently at 9,500, so there's a couple $100 profit right now. That will make up for the get in, get out, that nothing happened. And what really makes it up is when it says get in, and then you're waiting and waiting and waiting, and then it says get out, and oh my gosh, there's $800 or more. Those will make up. Now there are going to be some of these in here that it told you to get in, and then the market starts dumping, and it tells you to get out too late. It is what it is. That's what trading is, one way or the other. So I got some things to work out with this and make sure it trades when you first turn it on the proper way. It doesn't put you in a trade you shouldn't be in. Like, I got to go through all the logic in my head and beta test and all this. But I've made surprising amounts of leaps and bounds on developing this in like a day. It's happening a lot faster than I thought I could get it, like up and actually functioning. I've done sell orders, buy orders, cancel all orders. Like, okay, cool. And I've got the script running on the website. It works. The buy thing works. Like, I'm extremely close to having this thing ready. But I'm gonna have some beta testers test it out. So all that this thing is, and here's this is the good news. Once something like this gets going, let's just say I get my hands on an even better indicator that's just more accurate, it's more profitable, whatever it is. All I have to do is go into my TradingView account and add a couple triggers, alerts. That's it. Send it right over to my same website script, the buy Bitcoin script and the sell Bitcoin script. That's it. Everyone's program that's running my program, the bot, is automatically going to not even know it happened. It's just going to keep getting the buy and sell signals. So I'm controlling the actual indicator that feeds that. And if I find a better indicator, I don't have to be like, okay, everybody, you need to update, you need to do this. No, I just change it behind the scenes. Of course, I'd let everybody know. But what could be cool also is, guys, I've got like 3 different indicators. They're all really good at different times. Guess what? Drop down menu. Which indicator do you want to use? Which time frame do you want to use? You know what I mean? So, anyways, I want to share that, like what I'm working on right now. Give some additional value to my patrons while we wait for some of my woo-woo friends' bigger moves and things to happen. Because when they do come, wouldn't it be nice to have some more crypto? Because remember, we don't care what the price is. Like, if Bitcoin's 9,000 today, it's 8,000 tomorrow, 7,000 the next day, and you're like, well, damn, my portfolio is shrinking. But while the trade bot is going on, it's earning you slightly more Bitcoin in the process because it's trading, again, hopefully more good trades than bad trades. Then when it recovers back to just where it was, whoa, I'm already up. I'm already pretty good in the profit because this thing was trading Bitcoin for me. So, fingers crossed for all of us that this thing actually pans out. And honestly, it's not that this won't pan out. It's the indicator, it's the information that matters the most. Will this indicator that I got access to right here and have modified for myself to do some of the stuff, will it provide us the right data to keep us in winning trades more than the losing trades? That's the only thing that matters. The rest of this will flow and work just fine. So if we start sucking, it's because the indicator started sucking. But at least it's based on technical stuff. It's not woo-woo stuff. It's not any of that stuff. What do you think? It's not that. It's just pure technical stuff. It's giving you its best idea as when market's going to shift. What more can you ask for other than it to be a little more accurate, right? We all want to be more accurate. But that's just not the case. You're never going to find anybody or any indicator or any tool that just has all the answers, all the knowledge, and just works, you're a billionaire times 10. So the next best thing is trying to put some knowledge together and find the right indicator that can do us good, some good. And that is what I'm going to try. I'm hoping this turns out to be effing epic, to be honest with you. Take care.